Hi everyone, it's Vicky. Welcome to my channel, and today I have an empties video. I've got a bag here to put them in. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of comment that you haven't seen a lot of content from me lately. We've been doing a bit of traveling and a little illness too. But anyway, I've had to stall or reschedule or whatever my subscription boxes in order to, not have stuff sitting, just sitting. So I haven't had a lot of things like that. And yeah, we've just been very busy. But I do have empties that I have collected. I actually had more, but then they kind of got thrown away. But I do have some empties now to share with you and tell you my thoughts on it. So let's just get into it. All right, I'm going to start with actually the one and only cosmetic, and it is the Glow Recipe Guava Vitamin C Bright Eye Gel Cream. And I really did like this product. It's just a little squeezy thing. And oh, I got some to come out. Darn it. I thought it was empty because it quit squirting out. It's kind of late at night, so it's a weird time to put this on. I did like it. I think it did make puffiness and everything under my eyes look better, and it feels good. Am I going to be able to get more out of there? No, just that one, I think. Anyway, what I was saying was that I thought it was empty. It's such a heavy bottle that I wasn't sure. And so then I would just unscrew this and then just get stuff off of the tip of this to use it. And I could see that there was some in there. And then it looked like there wasn't. Anyway, I ended up shining a flashlight in it and around it, and it's there, but what's there is stuck on the sides of this. So I really liked the product, but I don't know if this bottle delivered it in its entirety like it should have. All right, so let's move on to things that I'm pretty sure I got from Aldi. I know most of them for sure, but one of them I'm like, did I get that at Aldi? All right, so the first is, I've done my mochi ice creams before, but I don't think I've ever done cookies and cream. Now, I do know that they have this at Publix as well. I don't know if they have this particular cookies and cream flavor, but I just wanted to say this is a very light, pleasant, more vanilla flavor to me. I didn't get much of these cookies that are in here, the little chocolate pieces. Yeah, they almost make it look like it has like Oreos. I really didn't get that from this, but it was nice. And when I was having a little stomach upset, these were, and a little bit of throat, I thought that these were really nice for that. Cool, creamy, not too sweet, not too crazy of any flavor, just nice and neutral, benign. So I did like them. So I ate them for medicinal purposes. All right, so a little controversial one here. The Perfect Cotton Candy, and this is a grape container. Okay, so the last 2 years or so, maybe even 3, I've been buying these cotton candy grapes, and they're green grapes. And the first year they were great. And then most of them were good. This year, I have not got a package of them that it was of great quality. They were always kind of soft. Some of them had that cotton candy grape flavor, which is just a little different than your regular green grapes. Well, actually, it's quite a bit different to me. But yeah, these haven't been, I don't know if it's everywhere, but I bought them, this particular one at the box at Aldi and the one right before this, same thing. They just seemed like they were old grapes when they got here from Peru. But I also bought them, I think, at Publix and kind of ran into the same thing. And then I think late in the season last year, we got a bigger thing of them from Costco, and same thing. They just weren't the same. So I don't know what's happened in the cotton candy grape world or if I'm just trying to buy them at the wrong time of year. All right, so still staying at Aldi. I got these Bistro Classic mac and cheese. Now, I'm not a big mac and cheese, like this type of mac and cheese fan, and but I wanted some in the freezer and I don't know when I bought it, but I think they still have these. I think I saw these last time I was there. I like to have stuff like this in the freezer, or when I make soup, to freeze some, just for when we're not feeling good, just easy kind of things that go down easy. Anyway, I have had the name brand of this. I have had, I think, the store brand of this from other places. And I tell you, I think I like this one the best. It's nice and creamy. You can actually taste the pasta. A lot of to me, these little frozen quick mac and cheese things, mostly taste like salt to me. This one does not. This is not a heavy, cheesy one either. It's just pretty benign. I would say for someone who's, not feeling hot, or maybe it's just cold outside and you want a warm snack. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I was pretty impressed with this. It's pretty creamy. I'm not a big, huge cheese lover, so the fact that it didn't come through super cheesy, super salty was okay with me. I don't know. Some people might say it was bland. I don't think I'd go that far, but you could actually taste the pasta, and normally you don't taste pasta. You taste the cheesy parts. But yeah. So yeah, I think I will buy this if they still have them next time I'm there. I'll buy a couple and put them in the freezer just for days like that. All right. So also from Aldi, I can't believe I bought this because I am so picky about seafood. But this Black Label stuff usually is pretty good. These are bacon wrapped scallops. Now, scallops are one of my favorite foods. I love scallops, but scallops are also one of my least favorite foods, and I hate them. And what I mean by that, it is all in how they're prepared. They can be succulent and delicious and just like one of the highlights of the culinary world, in my opinion. Or somebody can get a hold of them and they're trash. So I didn't go into this with a lot of expectation, but I'll try it. It's a scallop. I'll try it. Not a huge bacon fan because, again, salty. But anyway, I'll just cut right to it. I didn't think they were bad. I thought I cooked them in the air fryer, and I thought they were the quality of a lot of restaurants. I'm not going to say a high-end 4-star, 5-star Michelin restaurant, but yeah, I thought they were pretty good in my air fryer. I did overcook them just a little bit. Let's see, it said to preheat it to 400 and then air fry 17 to 20 minutes. That's what I did. I did it to 400 and I did 17 minutes. I thought cause the bacon got kind of black in some area, pretty dark in some areas. And I ate 4 of them. Hubby ate 2 because he wasn't really that interested. But then, when you smell something, you got to try it. Of the 4 I ate, 3 of them were good. One of them was overcooked. And I think at least one of the ones that hubby had seemed to be a little bit overcooked. It's hard because scallops are, I need my eyeballs on them when I cook them to know what I've done to them. But anyway, they had a whole lobster and they had these next to each other. And one was $10.99 and one was $12.99. I believe these were the more expensive. I think these were the $12.99. Are they worth that? Because that makes them, for 6 of them, that makes them over $2 each, right? Yeah, a little over $2 each. So, I don't know. I don't know if they're really worth it, but they were good. And if you wanted a quick appetizer or something, yeah, I liked them. I wasn't crazy. I mean, I wasn't like, oh, I have to go buy these again. But yeah, I did like them. I like 3 out of the 4. But none of them were fishy. That was the important part. Oh, this has some rice in it. I forgot. Oh, yeah. All right. So I think this is the one that I'm not sure if I got it at Aldi, but I think I got it at Aldi. And I'm a sucker for any Cheerios, different flavor. The reason I think it's Aldi is the size of the package. Yeah. I think it is. It wouldn't say Aldi on this. But anyway, I think I got it there. These are strawberry and chocolate. And it just caught me at the right moment that I said, I'll try that. And a lot of times I get the flavored Cheerios and I mix them with the plain Cheerios so that they're not as sweet. These didn't really need that. I did it in the end and I kind of lost the flavor of these. But here's what I think about them. If you take a handful of them or a bite of them, dry, because I always do that to try them first, it's overwhelmingly strawberry. When you put it in the bowl, it's still more strawberry, but I began to taste the chocolate a bit. But what really ends up with is you end up with a bowl of chocolate milk that was quite pleasant. Because a lot of times I'm not the person who will drink the leftover milk in cereal all the time, especially like Honey Nut Cheerios, because that it's just too sweet for me. But that milk was good. And yeah, so I like them, and I ate the whole box of them. It's not a huge amount. You can see how thin it is and stuff. And, really the packaging, there's only like this much in there. So like 5 or 6 bowls probably. I don't overfill my bowls. But anyway, it was a nice treat. It is a limited edition, and even if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't get it all the time because, like I say, I eat the plain ones, and then I put fruit on them to sweeten them. All right, so the next item is from Publix, and it's also from Aldi. And I think I've shown these before, but these are like my go-to snack. It's one way of getting a banana and potassium, I guess. But I do get them normally used to get them in the milk chocolate. Now I've gone to the dark chocolate. It is just such a thin layer, as you can see. It's not too heavily chocolate. It really gets a lot of banana taste. The only downside to the not heavily coated is that almost in the picture you can see it. They kind of do break off, and you have to be careful because you'll end up with chocolate on your clothes or whatever. And yeah, but definitely a staple. That's kind of a theme here. I have a few more things that are staples, so I'll just move right on to those. I'm not sure how. Okay. These are not something that I'm reviewing on how they taste. Okay, these are just something I'm going to say. These are 2 items that we always keep as staples in our house, and I use them for making stews. Now, back in the day, I'd use a crock pot, and I would use the stew packets, especially when I was younger and I didn't really know that much about seasoning things myself, because the only cooking instruction I ever had was like when I was forced to take home economics when I moved back to Arkansas in like 9th grade. Up until then, my mom wasn't one who invited you into her kitchen and taught me how to cook. I was more like, get out of the way. When we're done, you can do the dishes, But anyway, so I'd kind of use that stew mixture, and it just, that in the crock pot together, everything tastes the same to me, the whole thing. Now I use an Instapot where I think the individual carrots and potatoes and different things do retain their own flavor. It isn't homogenized as much. And maybe part of that is because instead of using that, I use 1 packet of onion soup mix, I use 1 packet of au jus, and I use a cup probably of beef broth. It just depends on how meaty it is versus vegetable percentage. The more vegetables you have, the less liquid you need. So sometimes it's just 1 cup. Like the last time I made it, I put 2 packages of beef in there, and I probably could have added more of the beef stock. And you can always add it at the end too, really. But anyway, so these are 2 things that we keep in our house. All right, so another staple around our house has turned out to be LaCroix Limoncello. Now, I've been a LaCroix drinker for a while, but it was like just before I retired, I think, so maybe 3 years ago, that I learned about this one. No, it was after I retired, because an old coworker, I had lunch with her, she said that her husband didn't like this because he thought it tasted like cake. It does have a little bit of a bakery flavor to it, yet lemon. So anyway, so this is pretty much a staple for me. It gives me the fizzy drink without calories and without a sweetener, an artificial sweetener. I did get a Soda Stream for Christmas one year, and I did try to use it. But honestly, I like LaCroix better than any of the flavors that I tried on the Soda Stream. So I still have it. But all right, so another staple I don't think I've ever done a Staples empties, so I'm glad to include some of these. I drink decaf, I have to, and which can be very nasty. It was very hard to adjust to it until I found Crazy Cups brand of flavored coffees, and the one that I landed on is the frosted oatmeal cookie. And so I always have one of these, and in fact I have them on an auto ship thing through Amazon. And I have gotten, like at Christmas, I got a Crazy Cup assortment of them that had like peppermint mocha, I think, or something, or peppermint bark, that's what it was, caramel something, a pecan praline something, a gingerbread something. They were all good except there was one like roasted chestnut or something that I just couldn't do. But anyway, this is, if it weren't for this coffee, I'd probably just have given up drinking coffee rather than drinking just decaf. Maybe I would have gotten used to it. It wasn't looking good though. But so I keep that. I like that. So if you feel like you need to drink decaf, but you think it's nasty too, and you're open to flavored coffees, you might want to try that particular brand. When I was still working, one year for Christmas, I bought the team a Keurig and then a huge assortment of coffees and teas and cider and cocos and all that, all the K-Cups. Probably, oh gosh, I probably bought 300 of them or something. But anyway, and so we got to try out a lot. And I would say that particular brand is my favorite. I know it may not be the most popular. I think that I see, like in Costco, they sell a lot of that Newman's, and my husband likes that. And I would see that, and the Green Mountain is sold a lot. But I go with that one, at least on flavored coffees. All right, so I'm going to go to Costco now and just pop over. This is another staple in our house, is we always have these crackers. You can do it this way, or we can do it this way. Very smart packaging to do it that way, so that no matter how it's displayed in the store, you can get a full frontal of it. This happens to be the one that I eat the least, the cracked pepper. It sometimes bothers my stomach a little bit. I don't know why, or if it's just coincidence. But anyway, they have the plain one without the pepper. Then they have one with sesame. But I think these crackers do a great job. And at Costco, you get a thing with like 6 of them or whatever. And yeah, we just always have these in our house. And they're not super salty, at least not the water crackers. At least they're not. This, like I said, this is the one with pepper, but they do have the same thing without pepper. All right, so the other item I got from Costco, I will tell you, I have already reordered it once, purchased it once, and I'm going to try not to do it again. When I got the first one, and it was so good, and I said to hubby, don't let me get that. Don't get that for me again. It's too good. I don't need to eat that. But it was so good. I did anyway. And it is these frozen, what I know them as is Korean corn dogs, although they're not Korean, I don't think. And they're definitely not corn dogs. They don't have a hot dog in them. They don't have, to my knowledge and taste buds, they don't really have cornmeal around them either. But what they have is on a stick, and it's like a mozzarella, almost like if you took the thing of string cheese and put a stick in it. It's kind of like about that size is what I'm gauging from seeing it. And then they do dip it in a batter that I don't think is cornbread batter. If I had to say it was close to anything, I'd almost say maybe kind of like pancake batter. I don't know. I didn't see cornmeal in it though. And then it's rolled in little pieces of potato. Now there's a YouTuber I used to watch a bit, although I haven't watched her in a while. I'll say her name, but I'll just tell you before you go over there, can be, for some people she's controversial. But it's Patricia Paytas. I don't know what her account, or Trish Paytas, sorry. I don't know what her account name is now. It used to be Blonde Sundoll or something. I don't know, but I'm sure you can find her. But she's done it. She's now married, has a child, the whole thing, and so she's kind of changed it to the Harmon family or whatever her last name was. It isn't Harmon, but it's something like that. But anyway, long and short of it is she lives in Los Angeles, and she used to go to the Koreatown, and they would, and she would do a lot of food tasting. But anyway, she would do these Korean corn dogs, and there were different types. And this is one type with the potatoes. But, here's almost a better picture of it, because it gets a cheese pool. Now I cook these in the air fryer, and they turn out different every single time I've made them in the air fryer. Sometimes they've been fantastic. Sometimes I've actually had still a little frozen cheese in the middle. So it really depends on your air fryer. And then once you figure it out, the first time I did it, I followed the instructions. It was pretty good, but I didn't like have the cheese pool. Not that I have to have that. But the next time I made them, they were perfect. And since then, I haven't quite got it there. But maybe preheat is the answer. The one time I did it really well, though, I didn't. I just jacked up the temperature to start with and left it in there a little longer. But anyway, yeah, these are, I should get to the point, right? These are delicious. These are, to me, they are too delicious. Yeah, and I thought about using like ketchup, barbecue sauce, something to have a little dipping sauce with them. And I thought, no, if I do that, that's the end of me. I'll just be eating these all the time, every day. I skipped dinner one night so I could eat these, okay? All right, I admit it. I skipped on dinner so that I could eat this. And then I felt kind of guilty about it, so I went in and ate some tomatoes and peppers. Raw bell peppers and raw grape tomatoes to try to at least have somewhat of a balanced diet that night. But yeah, I skipped on. I forgot what we were having that night, but it was probably better than that. But I don't know. Those really hit my taste buds. They were delicious. So just be warned if you get them that I did not send you there to buy them. I'm here as a warning. All right. So the last item I have is really 3 items. All the same items, sort of, okay? All right, so when I was working, we used to go to Panera probably once a week, maybe not quite once a week. And one of the things I really liked there was their broccoli cheddar soup. And there is a Instapot recipe out there for it, and I did make it. It's a little bit different. It tastes pretty much the same, but the consistency is a little different because Panera obviously uses a thickening agent, which when I made it at home, I didn't need or use or wasn't in the recipe. So it was a bit of a thinner soup, but it tasted the same, and I didn't really care. I mean, taking out flour or whatever you use for thickening, it didn't hurt my feelings. But anyway, so like I said, I like to have soups around in case you're not feeling good or don't feel like cooking dinner or something like that. I'm not a canned soup person. I did frozen soups for a while, but those seem to be sort of maybe a very 80s and 90s thing because I don't see them around that much. But anyway, so I made my Panera soup once. Then we discovered these big ones at Costco, and it was a 2-pack of these. And it was good. It's Panera soup. It really is Panera soup. And then the next time we went back, all they had was a Costco brand of broccoli cheddar soup. Did I mention this is broccoli cheddar? Sorry. So that's all we've been able to get there. And it is a little bit different. I'm not going to say it's better or worse. I'm going to say that maybe I like the flavor of the Panera one better, but this had I think it had more broccoli. But anyway, they're both good. This one edges this one out just a little bit, not much. Cost-wise, though, we've been picking these up at, like when I was sick and hubby's like, what can I get you? This is all I wanted. And he's a Publix shopper. He's not an Aldi. He's a Publix and Costco shopper. Oh, I started to say he's not Aldi shopper because Aldi's is in this too. But anyway, this thing right here, the first time he got it, it was like $6 and something, and then the second time it was like $6.99 or $7.29 or something, $6 or $7 for this. Yeah, it was pretty expensive. Where this, you get 2 of it for I think 8 or 9. So it's quite a bit less with the Kirkland brand. And like I said, there's not a whole lot of difference in them. A little bit of difference, but I can't, it's negligible. Is that the word? Yeah. All right, so then pop in Aldi, who comes up with the smaller ones, like the single serving ones, I guess. It's still a lot of soup to me, because I usually just have soup with something, crackers or half a sandwich or a little salad or something. So it's still more than a serving to me unless I'm eating just soup. But yeah, and it is the same as this, for sure, and you can tell. It's Panera's products, you know. But it's lesser expensive than this because it's not as big. But let's see, this one is 16 ounces. This one's 32, so twice as much. So I think this was $4 at Aldi. Yeah, I don't have the prices. And I hate to quote prices because, you know, different regions have different pricing. You could buy it on a day when it was, you know, or at a time when it was less, and then you go look and now it's more. So I hate to do prices, but I guess what I'm saying is as expensive as this seems, it was more economical than this. But if you want to save money and get pretty much the same product, it's this one. Yeah, just a slight difference. I think the color of this one's a little lighter, and I think this one might be a little less salty. You know, soup has a lot of sodium in it, but I don't have the label on it anymore to tell me that. Where this has it right on, you know, the label. And it says the serving size is 1 cup. So there's 3.5 servings in here. 1 cup isn't a lot of soup if it's your whole meal. This one says the serving size is 1 container. And the calories on this is 240 per cup in both of these. This one, I don't think is going to tell me any of that. No, because that was on the outside packaging. On the Costco one, it does give you, of course, the use by date, but it also says that you can freeze it. And I have done that when we had, because it's a 2-pack, made it through one, because Jerry doesn't eat it, so it's a little hard. And then we were traveling or something, and he had the other one. The date would have come up, so I put it in the freezer, and it actually worked. I wasn't sure, because sometimes cream soups, you know, aren't great like that. So anyway, that's the last of it. Yeah, just an interesting comparison of getting it in 3 places, how the pricing is so different, although the product is just pretty much the same. And these containers here, I've reused these because, like I say, when I make soups or beans or stews or things, I will fill these and put these in the freezer. I'm not a big leftover person. I can have it like once for sure, maybe twice, but I don't want it 3 meals or 4 meals in a row. So I just throw it in these and throw it in the freezer, and then it's convenient for if we're, you know, like I said, tired, sick, lazy, cold, whatever. So anyway, that's it. That is my empties. I thought I was going to get through this really fast, but nope, I'm just a chatterbug tonight. Thanks a lot for watching the video. We are off on a cruise in a couple days, so it might be a little bit before I see you again.